Happy November. It's unbelievable that we've got 2 months left of 2023. Absolutely unbelievable. I felt very inspired to share with you an oil and oracle reading. I had been doing them weekly, and I'm feeling really inspired to do a monthly one. So I'm just kind of going to go with the flow. And that's how I'm being directed, and that's where I'm feeling the message needs to be. So I've also picked some oils. I wasn't going to do this until later, and I've learned to listen to my intuition and just, as I said, go with the flow. So it's interesting. I'm going to start with the oils because it's interesting, the oils that came up. The first one, without a doubt, my eyes went to Copaiba. And that is after, so I clear my energy, I stand at my wall rack, cleared my energy, and at first I was thinking, what's the oil going to be? And that's interesting, it's still very much burning. Very much burning. So we're cleansing some energy. And I heard clearly, my eyes will tell me. And I looked right over at Copaiba. Copaiba is the oil of unveiling emotionally. And I wanted to just share, oh, there it is, I just opened it right to it. So the negative emotions it will help shift is shameful, guilty, regretful, self-loathing, feeling less than, feeling unworthy, any suppressed emotions, or rebelling. So thinking of those repressed emotions, the more we push down something we're feeling, the more compressed it gets. Think of if you're digging in dirt and you're packing the dirt in. As you're packing it in, it gets harder and harder. If you don't pack it in, it leaves little pockets, and then it can fall. And then even more can. So if you're not dealing with it and you're just pushing it down, this is a really good analogy actually. If you're truly not dealing with it and you're just pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down, the compound effect says it's going to get harder, and it's just going to keep piling up, right? You're not dealing with it. And eventually you could hit rock bottom, and whatever your rock bottom is, you could experience even more bad karma, right? Because if you're always dealing with stuff that you're not actually dealing with, you're going to keep attracting that into your life because you're not clearing it. Versus if you dig a hole and you fill the dirt back in, but you don't pack it down, right? You have pockets of air. So if you're kind of dealing with your stuff, but not really dealing with it, so you're kind of, it's like one step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, right? Copaiba will help pull back the layers, unveiling. So in whatever way that means for you in your life for this month, I think it's easier to focus on shifting, like thinking of, I used to do this once a week, and I would use the oil, for a week, but in different diffuser blends and in different ways. I'm really curious to see how using a single oil, amongst others, of course, but using this oil every day for a month, and how that can also help shift. So I think I'm going to put this in my bathroom. And before I came on, actually, I put it down the sides of my neck and onto my collarbone. And this seems to be an area of my body that if I'm feeling any tension or if I'm holding on to anything, that's how I know, because I feel it all up in here. So that's why I put it there. So this oil made sense to me. Copaiba totally makes sense. The next oil that came up, and the word came into my mind, and so I went with it. I'm trusting my intuition. Turmeric. I literally said, what? Literally out loud. I said, what? Turmeric. And then as I was putting the drops in the diffuser, I realized Turmeric is the oil of restoration. How freaking cool is that? Well, I think it's cool. The fact that we're unveiling what needs to be unveiled, and then we're restoring where you need to be. Like this diffuser blend in itself is just, I'm feeling it's next level, big time. So turmeric, I'm going to read you a little bit about turmeric. Turmeric repairs individuals physically, mentally, and emotionally. It has powerful properties that reach into damaged or blocked aspects of the self to restore what has been temporarily lost. My analogy I just gave. I did not read this before I gave that analogy, so that's really cool. Turmeric is a powerful antidote for those who feel paralyzed by the inherent dangers of life or by a loss of function or freedom they once took for granted. It is particularly beneficial when one feels weighed down due to personal tragedies or loss of confidence in their abilities. Turmeric offers strength and hope to ground individuals during times of upheaval or significant change. So this is a really great oil as well. The negative emotions it will help you shift is feeling damaged, unsteady, abused, oppressed, afraid, betrayed, hopeless, and paralyzed. So both of those oils go beautifully together. And I'm going to share more about the rest of the diffuser blend. So the other oils in this diffuser blend is bergamot, which is the oil of self-acceptance. We've also got geranium, which is the oil of love and trust. And then we've got ginger, which is the oil of empowerment. So this is a really powerful blend, really powerful. If you put this in your diffuser and you truly embody the emotional aspects of these oils and allow it to permeate through your system, it will help shift you. I know it will. So we've got self-acceptance, restoration, love and trust, unveiling, and empowerment. So freaking cool. And it smells so good. So good. So the deck that I'm using is the Workulite deck by Rebecca Campbell. It is an awesome deck. Oh, hold on. We got to go with those. These jumped out of the deck as you just saw. I am not putting them back in, but I feel like there's one more that needs to come out for the month. Maybe not. There it is. All right. Oh, interesting. Yes, just say yes. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Trust yourself 100%. And we've got deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So this is definitely a month that, well, it's the month before some pretty big holidays, right? I personally celebrate Christmas. So that's a busy, it's about a week of stuff off and on, right? So it's good to take this month to go within. I had that message a couple months ago. It started with be the observer. Just kind of sit back and, observe what's happening. And I feel like for November, you need to be true to you, and you need to be true to your soul and your heart, whatever that is. For me, last week I leaned in really, really hard, really hard. I had been saving up for a new to me camera lens, one that I did a lot of research on, which is always how I buy things. I'm a very educated buyer. I have no problem paying for quality. I would rather do quality over quantity, 100%. So I've, been saving for this lens for a while and found it for a fantastic price. Fantastic. And it was kind of, so I did the legwork, I did the research, and then one day I just said to my husband, can we take like a 20-minute detour and go here so that I can bring it home? And he didn't even hesitate to say yes. It's leaning into your soul. It's leaning into what lights you up. 100%. I am so happy with this lens. So, so happy. And I'm so happy that I leaned in. I'm so happy that I'm leaning into myself. I created a new, so I have my Rise and Rest journal. The link is below. So I have that journal, and something's been on my heart for a while. And even before I created that journal, it was do a binder. That's what you need to do. I love my journal. I love my book. Like, it's an actual book. I've shared it on here. But now I've created this binder. And what is really cool, I'm calling it a life diary. Your life is art, life diary. And my reason for doing that is because it's more than a planner. It's more than a journal. It's really going deep within if you allow yourself. So I've been testing it out for almost a month. I've already made some changes. So November was similar, but also different. I'm excited to share more soon, but I still want to do some more testing and see if I'm going to add some things or take out anything. I'm really happy with where it is now. So for anyone that is into oils or into oracle cards, any type of angelic is what I'm referring to it as. Angelic, what's the word that I used? Angelic tools. Angelic tools. It's neat because I really like when I do diffuser blends like this one. I like to mark down what the oils are and their emotional uses. I like to see that because it's data, and it's also something that gives me a glimpse into me that day. So if my intuition chose the oil, what are the oils and how did it, play into my day? So I'm really curious to see. I already see I'm supporting myself way better, which makes me so freaking excited. So I'm excited to share more about that. I'm excited to use Copaiba every day because I think that is going to be freaking amazing. It's going to be shifting. I already drink turmeric every day, so I have that in my system all the time. I have that tea every morning. So anyway, let me know if you try this diffuser blend and what you think. I really think you're going to like it, and I know you're going to take these messages within.